Okay, pilots, we're going to get into a little bit more detail of my landing gear installation. So first thing I had to do was try and shorten the strut as much as I could. So what I ended up doing was taking a small drill bit first, drilling it down into the shaft here. All right, you can see where you spring inside there. Okay, so you don't want to make your hole so big your spring shoots back out the other end here. So I made a small hole, and I took a drill bit just big enough to go into it. Actually a little smaller since the shaft on the retract was smaller. All right, measured how much I got, you know, I'm sticking a smaller screwdriver in there till I can see it, you know, and then pulling it back out, mark it on my finger. Done that, got it down on the shaft as far as I could get it on there. Okay, now I didn't want to cut anything off of here. Okay, didn't want to cut none of that. All right, I wanted that to stay as long as it could. And then I want to show you where the screw hole that didn't have a screw in it didn't have a screw in it for a reason. Now this is actually the Dynam plate, number plate. And I just got the screw, just got me a machine screw that would be just long enough to tighten that piece up on without going all the way through and hitting the shaft on the inside. It took me a little while, it took me a minute to find that screw, yeah. But that's why it's got that little fork on the end of it there to fit into this base here and not turn while the shaft is turning. It slides on there and it won't turn while this is turning. Okay. The wheel pans. I'm gonna have to shave this completely off, not even use that because the suspension's got to move down there. Up here. It's gonna mount, believe me. But this is gonna have to have a roundness cut in it right here, just where the base of the shaft strut will go into it right there. You see how it's got a dip in it here. And then put my wire tie through the holes, through the screw holes. It's already cut. Yeah, I'm just gonna use wire tie. And then take some epoxy and kind of tack it up there where it won't move around, won't be spinning around. And that's all I'm gonna do, pilots. That's all I'm gonna do. That's gonna work. Now, the only thing I had to do, let me show you what I've done right quick on the other wing. And then we'll get into this wing. If I can get everything out of the way here. I thought I was going to be able to use, these are the brackets that you use to hold them wheel pans on. But they're just not big enough. They're just not big enough to go around that big aluminum shaft on that strut. Okay. That's what I use to cut my little number plate base there. That's what you want to call it. Don't want to scratch my wing up here. So I'm gonna get everything out of the way. And I've got LED lights ordered that you put in the Mr. Sound system there to operate the machine guns. I got them ordered. It's supposed to be here Tuesday. And I've got a few other little things that I'm working on another plane. I'm gonna surprise you with that one. It's gonna be a Frankenstein LED show. I'm gonna be using a couple of products from this guy, a couple of products from that guy, a couple of products from this company. And I'm coming up with something. If I don't smell smoke, well, I'll call it a success. I'm not going to hold any of the sellers responsible if I cause smoke or anything. No warranty. All warranties are avoided as soon as I open the bag. Okay, now what I had to do to get the retract to fit in there. Less than 1/8 of an inch off of each side. Now they screw hole mounts, so you're pretty much be going right along the side of that screw mount. Just try to keep your blade straight, 90-degree angle. It's kind of hard because that blade's so flexible and that foam just kind of moves it around, so it takes a couple times to get your blade going right. And you got to go all the way past to where the factory's got the little bed down at the bottom cut out for the landing gear. But you got to be careful on this Dynam, because this right here, right straight down in here, let me get something that you can see where I'm pointing at. This thing's got such a glare on it. I'm trying to point right here where you can see that thing right in your way. It's always something. Live. I tell you, it's live. Okay, see the hole back up in here? Well, that's where the wire goes for the retract to go into a channel that runs up through here and goes into the fuselage. So you're literally right there at your wire channel. So you gotta be careful not to cut one of your leads when you're getting that about a 1/2 inch longer right there. And you'll see it here in a second. I'm gonna get that one side cut and we're gonna go on to the next. It's about a 1/2 inch thick of foam right there before you really get into your wire channel. But you just don't want to take no chance. So what I do is, since I've already know how thick it is right there, it's still not going to go all the way down. And I'm not even going to go all the way down and make this cut here. Kind of cut that little box out. When I know there's wires below it here, I just kind of make about a 1/2 a cut. And I just take a screwdriver or something and kind of push that on out there. I'm dealing with foam here, folks. We're dealing with foam. Okay, I see all my leads there in one piece. Might have to cut a little bit more out, but that's, you know, that's about how much I had to cut out. Alright, finish this side here since I can see my leads now. And I've got the side there shaved. And if you can see in there, you can see the leads down inside the shaft right here. Now I've got to do the other side the same way. We get the landing gear mounted. I don't have the screws in it, but yet after I done the drilling out of the inside of the shaft, got my JB weld there sitting there ready. These Allen heads are tightened up, but I don't have it, you know, JB weld inside for the cushion bond. All right. It's going to sit here, but when it closes, I need about 1/8 of an inch down here. And that's about all, I hope. What did I do with my other hobby knife? Starting all the way up here, but I'm just going to take my hobby knife and take the biggest portion of it out. And I just made a marker, and I know it's going to eat my paint all up. And I just got done putting a beautiful paint job on. Kind of bending my sandpaper into a round area here. Let's make a mess here. Now this is 40 grit paper here. It's pretty rough now. Trying not to hit the top edge there. I got the paper in kind of a little bit of an angle because I've already took my razor blade and cut it, but my bottom needs to smoothen out. And my wheel pan's gonna sit directly in the factory spot there where it originally set. And that's gonna be changed. I didn't have to do anything, any cutting and maneuver that in there. But my wheel was just gonna be longer. Ooh. Get that out anyway. Let me see. I got to turn it on first. My go get 'em wire went right straight up there, hooked onto the servo lead, and that was it. It was in the boat. Still needing a little bit more. See, I can collapse my suspension there and kind of tell where I needed to go. So I got my screw holes up here lined up, and my tire's still not wanting to go in. So we still got a little bit more to go. A little bit more to go. I'm gonna sit here and bore you with it, getting all that out. But that's what I gotta do. Just keep going and going and going till I get that tire to go in there. That's pretty cool, probably. And imagine it's gonna have the wheel pan on it and everything. I gotta find a white number 16 to put on the plate there. That shouldn't be too hard. All right, LED guns. LED guns. Now this ain't gonna be fun. This ain't gonna be fun. But it's gonna look cool as hell if it works. All right. This right here is a 50 caliber that come out of the B25. My big LX B25. You stick it into the side there. They go on the side where it's got those 2 machine guns on the side of the fuselage. All right, and I've cut that one. And this is a full length one here. Okay. So I've got to take one of these and make 2. Okay. So that when I take a drill bit, now this is not going to be fun. It's not going to be fun. I'm going to have to take this drill bit or something, take it to work or something where I can put it in a vise. But I've got to take that drill bit and I've got to make this thing hollow. This ain't going to be on here. Don't worry about that. See? To where I can run my lead from my LED through that gun barrel. See? And have a bulb at the end of the gun barrel. I'm gonna try to wire up LED guns for the sound machine. I'm gonna get me another one of these because I'm wanting 2 of them. I can put one in my other plane that I'm going to be setting up guns and sound system in. And one's going to be in this plane with guns and sound system in. And to give you a hint of what the other plane's going to be, it's going to be an air battle. It's going to be combat between this F6F Hellcat and it's a Nemesis. I'm out.